Yeah, just
Yeah, and there you have it, Carl Boys in the background introducing the players. We are live and ready to roll here in Phoenix, Arizona at Metro Sports Bar and Grill. This is basically the northwest side of Phoenix. Phoenix is massive. If you go from one corner to the other on a traffic day, there's no question it'll take you probably 3 hours. What a match here. Harrison Linen from America, and he's really just hit the radar for me in the last event, which was the Arizona Open, and the last two events, and the Florida Open as well. Talented, and you heard Carl on the announcement potentially that he's a Mosconi Cup potential, and there's no question about it. Wait till you see this young man play, if he gets the chance. He's playing against the Ghost. All right, well, the one is down. And I believe he's on the two. We'll get a look overhead.
They put 100,000 people on one ark and gave me a bed on deck 943. No elevator, only ladders. People fell every night. I climbed down for breakfast. 3 hours down, 2 hours in line. By my turn, the food was gone. So I filled my bowl with water and called it breakfast. I wanted a shower. Next slot.
Wide open, back and forth. He's good.
yeah, just get this shot right. Make sure you pop the ball, whiz it across. Big match for Harrison. This 18 years of age, trying to make his mark on the sport in the world of pool. And listen, Team USA needs younger players. I'm not saying a win here is going to get you in the team. Of course, that would be silly. But I tell you what, it might just make a certain captain's ears prick up, Scott.
Well, there's no question. You and I have been talking to Johan Reisink, who will be here the latter part. Look how clean he struck that very first ball of the match. That's a big sign for Gorst. But going back to Johan Reisink, he doesn't know which way he's going to go yet. And he's really, really talking about just introducing some younger players to the Cup on the American side, because somebody's got to do it. And you've got to get their feet wet. It has to happen sooner or later. You cannot continue with the same veterans until they're, well, able to go to Denny's and get the senior citizens meal. It's just not going to work. Denny's in America is like a breakfast place, and it's not bad. Stop here, it looks like. If he wants to try and fit the gap or come below the 8, I feel like it's a little dangerous. He's aware he's going to be a little steep on the green 6. The only thing is this table will bounce on you, so you've got to steer clear of the 7 and the 8. It's more of a high ball than a low ball here. Otherwise, you could catch the 7 or the 8. You got to be a bit careful. Yeah, he knew better. Still steep. He's looking from the right side of the table. Tells me he might be able to dig with a low outside ball, wrapping 1-2 out of the upper left to the right side of the table. Tell you what, you don't want to catch this too thin. He is one of the best at the low outside ball. Goes out of his way to use this spin. Caught it a little thin. Caught it a little thin.
Yeah, this is going to be nestled up onto the 8 ball.
Yeah, look at the emphasis on the cue ball. Just completely cut him off, I believe. We'll see from the overhead if he's got any room. He might have room to get to that long rail. Must have. Watch the 8, though. This is a good view. I'm wondering if he can catch a piece of the 8 with that tip on accent. Very touchy to do. Yeah, at that speed, Carl, we know that the ball's going to shorten up on you quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of them where you've just got to hit your ball, Harrison, but you'll learn from that shot.
Tadi di situ itumu bakso nih belum kamu makan.
Yeah, I think the only
Bihun aku nggak mau.
thing that it doesn't bother me, but the only thing that's got me a little bit curious is, you know, because we have so many players from overseas here, neither one of these, they're both Americans, but I wonder if they really realize the talent that's in this event. Most of them probably don't. It took me better part of a couple of years to start to learn some of these guys.
Well, Harrison, better get used to this because you're going to be locked up on a few balls in this set.
Yeah, I think it was game number 7 or game number 8 versus Christopher Tevez yesterday. Gorst played a safety that Carl, I think, could have potentially been the best safety we've seen in a year or more. I don't really know. The way he played it was just insane, and it was in a big situation as well. So just incredible stuff. His cue ball's as good as it gets. And so is his break. Maybe a little thin on the cue ball there, but he's come away with the look on the 2, and I think he can punch to the right side if the 4 doesn't pass the 9 to the upper right.
Grab Agoda's hot deals on hotels, flights, activities, and
Let's see if the 4 will pass the 9. I don't believe it does, so he's going to have to work the cue ball here. It's going to be a big thump if he tries to stun above the 7. If not, maybe goes forward. Don't let that Q-tip position fool you. Oftentimes he'll pound to the middle here to stun over. Just like this. You got the maximum out of that. Absolute maximum. Speaking of maximum, there's Max Lechner right in front of us. Victim of Johnny Archer.
Yeah, just trying to sneak in to the left side of the 6. Didn't want to bump it. Still obviously got to look in this corner pocket though. Just digging down into the cue ball. He'll play this with a bit of left English. Just turns the 6 over into the pocket, but yet again, this bottom left corner, you've got to be accurate. How many balls have we seen wobble all day long? These can be difficult to judge, your cue ball. Not too bad, but he's going to have to judge the cue ball off 3 rails here. He'd love to try and find the centre of the table. How's the pace? This needs to settle. This needs to settle. Okay, it's got away from him a little bit, but can still cut this in. Good thing is he doesn't need to go up towards the 9. He can keep the cue ball on this side of the table. Suppose it's up to him, however he wants to hit the cue ball. Let's have a look.
Yeah, it's going to be sweet.
Okay, the youngster, Hank the Tank, he's off the board.
Yeah, we can talk about payouts if you'd like, Carl. I mean, I guess we should probably do that. We haven't really touched on that yet, but we're getting to that point now in the next day or so. $20,000 up top. The runner-up is going to get $10,000. Semifinalists, both of them will get $6,000. Quarterfinals, $2,800 apiece. The last 16 will be $1,250, and the last 32 will be $500. $20,000 guaranteed at the top.
Yeah, that's very good. Of course, we are in the Metro Sports Bar and Grill. It's a pool room event. Not just a title the guys want to win. Obviously, it's the dollars, but them dollars will be added to your ranking.
Yeah, and guess what? This young man keeps breaking like this. He's going to add some dollars to his checking account. If he has one, he's 18. I don't think I had a checking account when I was 18, but can't remember. It's been 100 years ago. He is thin to the lower right corner if that's where he wants to go. I don't hate the bank if you could hold to the lower left and trickle up past the 6, maybe a bit steep. He's looking at that line if he were to cut the 3. Really don't hate the bank to the lower left, kind of like even trickling up towards the 4, but maybe this is easier than I think. You're just dealing with some traffic.
Forager.
Woodcutter.
What?
Yeah, I didn't care for that decision there. If you're going to shoot it, I feel like you could tuck up towards the 4, use the 6 and 8, play the bank, but maybe he's not comfortable with the bank. If you're not comfortable with the bank, then you don't want to shoot it.
What do you think someone like Harrison's got to do, Scott, here in the US Open? And obviously there's a few more events to really maybe get the coach just to be looking at him. Is it, is it a realistic thing? Are we building him up too much?
I don't think so from what I've seen in his ability, but he has to want that. He has to show the people he wants it, not just in his play, but in his energy, right? And I don't want to say it, but when it was time for somebody like myself or you to shine on the main stage when we were young, we ate it up. That's what you do, right? That's what you want to do. He's 18. He's playing Fedor Gorst on the main table in front of a huge crowd, live across the globe. This is your moment, right? When does it happen again, right? You just don't know when you're going to get this setting on the main stage with the main man.
Flying at the jump shot. He's trying to pocket the ball here. The miss hit.
Yeah, look at this. Look at these 4 balls. The 6, 9, 3, 7, almost a bit of a drill.
Molly.
What do you do here? Or maybe he passes the 7 to the upper left corner to see if he can get a look from the up above. Oh, it might, Carl.
Yeah, I think that goes. He's just obviously worried about crashing into the balls, taking a little bit of a punt to him. Can't really blame him. Where's the 9?
I'll tell you what, that's spectacular from where he was, man. Really good. Is he a little funny here? I think he can pinch past the 8. If he goes forward, though, this ball can tighten up on you a bit. Just going to avoid the 9 here. Oh, he's going to the side. Such a great touch as well. He's dissected this rack, starting with the red 3. The touch at which he used to the upper left corner was pretty special.
Well, that's going to get the job done. 2-1 to the Ghost. Our other feature table, just next to the main table. Aloysius Yap 6-5 up over Omar Al Shaheen. There's the matches that we played so far. There's been a couple of early rounds, but me and Scott can't stay here 24 hours a day. Gorst is on right now, and it's going to be SVB against Archer. That's a match. In fact, the last 2 matches, I can't wait for. 2 brilliant matches we're going to end day 2 with. Brilliant matches. Gorst is on right now, and it's going to be SVB.
The break shot. Watch the 1, how quick it travels to the right side. He just absolutely smokes these balls.
Yeah, he doesn't have to get moving, doesn't he? He could fly at the bank, run the cue ball up towards the green and the red 3, playing for the red 3 in left centre, or this bottom left corner. He's quite attacking. We know he's a great bank pool player. We know he's a good safety player, but he has gone for that bank, yeah, so that's the shot I was talking about, and he has just executed that on the money.
Yeah, one of the reasons, Carl, is I think he allows himself a little freedom in the backswing with the 6 and 3 there. You just tell yourself, hey, I've got room to flaw here. And if I've got room to flaw, then I'm going to stroke the ball a little cleaner. Just takes a little pressure off yourself. You always recognize as top players that stuff that can happen in the backdoor, meaning position or safety, whatever it might be. When they recognize that, it just alleviates a little bit of pressure. Not saying you never miss it anyway, but it helps. Okay, once again, the low outside. Did he go to school from the last one now? If he gets too deep out of that upper left, this is the type of table where you can dunk into the right side pocket. I almost feel like a high inside ball would be better, but Fedor typically avoids the high inside ball if he can. The table just seems to play a little better for the high inside, but he's not going to do it. I can tell the way he's queued up. It's going to be low left. He's hit it perfect.
Welcome into this event, Scott. Gorst was your man. He was your pick. You just felt the setup really suited his game, his stroke, and to be honest, he looks really good, considering he's been playing on a bar table for 2 weeks.
Yeah, no kidding. I just think he's that type of player, right? His table's so quick. It's a little bouncy, right? The stage, you love it. He gets up for these fans.
You know what I love about Fedor as well? He's just the ultimate pro, isn't he? He's never moaning, he's never questioning tables, prize money. You know, he's got his website, he's got his products, he always looks the part, he just ticks all the boxes.
He really does. And, never has a problem signing an autograph, taking a picture. He stops for everybody, whether he's tired, good mood, bad mood. You really never can tell with Fedor Gorst. He's just an all-around pro, like you said.
He's pretty good at pool. Yeah, 2 rack lead here. I don't want to say it's worrying signs, but it's 3-1.
di Albion. Kemanapun kamu pergi atau apapun yang kamu lakukan, tungganganmu akan selalu menemani perjalananmu. Mungkin kamu akan memilih lembu, sahabat terbaik pedal.
David Lee and Metro Sports Bar and Grill. David Lee is the one, his partner Alfonso, they're the ones that have put this together. Obviously, I've been in the background working pretty hard, but we made it happen as a team. It's a 128-man bracket. You see the entry, but what I want to talk about is first place, 20,000 guaranteed. Somebody is going to walk away with the trophy come Saturday night.
$20,000 is a really good first prize. And if one of the Americans can win it, other than a Shane or a Ghost, that's going to catapult you up towards that top end of the Mosconi Cup rankings. Ghost to break, this is a thing of beauty. Watch him crunch this one ball. Two balls coming up, he's going to spin near the corner, he's going to get a look at this.
Yeah, and will you look at this? The 3 leads to the 4, 4 leads to the 5. Good night, Irene. That's how I feel about it. Can go back and forth to get a little flatter on the 3 if he'd like, which pretty sure he will do.
This was a very good split for Fedor. Really good with his cue ball as well. Just always seems to find that perfect angle for the next shot.
You know, once again, you can pretty much afford to get straight on the 8 if it happens. This is okay.
Yeah, that really flew off the short rail and took off.
Sure did.
You can come off the other side as well. That was not the original plan.
No. Yeah, well, this is kind of a result of it, Carl, right?
Yeah, you're just backing yourself here. They're always a little bit funny. I mean, you feel like you should knock it in, but
No, they are a bit funny. I mean, it makes you think a little bit more. But he really, I mean, he just dissects all these positions. And doesn't pull the trigger till he's ready.
middle of the hole. Another match where we're not really seeing the opponent, just getting frozen out. Goes 4-1.
Discount. But their product for the money is as good as it gets.
Yeah, plenty of stuff on the website for you pool fans to check out. Here we go again. Well, of course, to crunch the break. Yeah, this is dangerous. Harrison needs a bit of help off the balls.
Yeah, he does need a bit of help. Federer's break is on go right now, and things are tough. Can he get to the cut here, to the blue? I don't believe so, but even if he can't, Gorst, well, he doesn't leave much air. Is he thinning? Coming around the 3? No, he's going to check it. Oh, very good. Really, really, really good. Takes away the jump cue. This is why he is so good in the technical department. His brain just works a little bit better than most.
Yeah, you're not really getting table time. You're 4-1 down. You come to the table. You've got this awkward hook that you're in. Where do you go here? 2 rails? Is that on?
Yeah, I think you've got to. Even if you've got to draw the cue ball a little bit, it's the biggest ball coming in from the right long rail to the short rail. But you just don't want to power this, right? The table's going to take regardless. Going 1 rail, bending into it? Wow. And I feel like that was really asking a lot from there.
I suppose at least he's moved the 9. He's making Fedor run the balls.
Yeah, I'm more concerned about the selection, though. I understand he's 18. I just think the selection was a bit more difficult. Maybe he couldn't go 2 rails, but it sure looked like it. All ball fouls here. Until the final 32, it'll be at the player's discretion. Maybe even further. I don't know. I think I want to get soft break Chuck out there in final 32. Make him earn his pay.
Yeah, SBC, tournament director. He's known on the circuit as Soft Break Chuck. He was the referee, if you was watching Arizona Open, who called the soft break on Robbie Capito.
Yeah, Jason Shaw said the only problem was that SBC was 5 racks too late.
Yeah, I mean, if you head over to the Matchroom Pool socials because you missed it, there's plenty of content on there showing it. You can make your own mind if SBC was right or wrong.
Yeah, we don't know. We just love the content. That's when we just start drama. That's what we're here for. Or maybe we just finish it because the drama was already set. Like Carl said, it's on Matchroom's Reels. Go check it out, Matchroom Pool on Instagram or Facebook, even YouTube, I believe. I believe it made the big stage, which is YouTube.
Yeah, if you wasn't watching yesterday, Chuck also had another incident. John Morrow, the referee, Chuck went over to the table, cleaned the cue ball, he dropped it. All the balls flew all over the table. So SBC is also
SBC.
Slippery Ball Chuck. It's 5-1.
Oh, I love it. All right. SBC is a legend in these parts. Do us a favor while you're at it. Get you some popcorn, maybe a soda, maybe a bottle of water. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We thank you very much.
If you're just finishing work and you've turned the pool on, Ghost, he's putting on a clinic. There's going to be another 2 matches to finish off this evening. It's going to be SVB against Johnny Archer. That is the next match in the Budweiser Arena. That's a good match. I know what you're thinking. But it's going to get better. Straight after Shane and Archer, it's going to be Bergman against Biardo.
Yeah, this break is, I don't know, it's going to be real tough to stop. Obviously, the 7 a problem here, but from what I've seen so far, not just the break, but the way the table plays, the dry conditions, he's just going to be tough to beat this week. Now, listen, it's, one race. Once it's to the final 32, it will be extended to a race to 10. Anybody can win when you're at the highest levels. Yeah, I think he's looking at this combination. If not, can't he just drift the 2 past the 7? Maybe he can look from above, the eye in the sky.
Big Kev coming with a bird's eye view.
Yeah, I felt like this was a pretty tall order.
Harrison, come on, I want to see you in the balls. I know you don't have many looks, this is your chance.
Yeah, there's a couple of problems with this chance, Carl. The 3 doesn't play the lower right or lower left. Federer typically talks himself out of a shot like that. He could have laid him up behind the 7, there's no question there. How do you get position here, Carl?
Well, I just wanted to pot a ball first to get position.
Okay, let's just make this ball then.
Yeah.
Up and down, like James Brown, maybe to the top right, watch the upper left corner. He got into it pretty good, Carl.
Wow, good effort. This is beautiful.
Yeah, that was spectacular from where he was. He actually caught the 2 a little thick as well, which created a better line for the cue ball. I think that was all by design. And here's a great look at the red 3 to the left side.
Yeah, that just shows you can't hit this first.
Running marketing campaigns is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I take it from idea to launch without missing a deadline. We start by capturing our kickoff meetings with AI Note Taker, which turns everything we talked about into a clear campaign brief. Tasks are then created and assigned across every channel. Landing pages, ads, emails, it's all in one place. Write with AI helps us generate first drafts so we can produce a full campaign's worth of content in days, not weeks. Reviews and approvals happen right inside the task with all feedback, context, and edits in one thread. And with shared calendars and automations, everything gets published on time without constant check-ins. ClickUp makes marketing easy so we can launch faster and focus on what actually drives results. Click the link below to create your free workspace.
Titty. He went off the far titty.
Or knuckle, whichever one you'd like to call it, Carl. I think we get it.
Ooh, sweet, frosty.
I think that's why they made 6 pockets. I know where you were going with that. He wanted that to come off a bit more. Oh boy, Carl. This is a tall order. He's going to try to tuck with the inside ball. Where are you going to stop? Nobody knows. Okay. Felt like he could shoot that same shot with like a kill center ball or a kill low ball and just get to the left side. Some players feel more comfortable with the inside ball in that shot, believe it or not.
Good look at the action. He's knocked his ball in, so he's done the hard work. It wasn't an easy rack to run.
No. So you got your witch, Carl. And it does give us an idea at this kid's ability. And I'm not just talking about the ball run out. His fundamentals are great. He's got a real nice fluid stroke. The bridge is nice and tight. Everything about him is class.
Yeah, Hank the Tank, they call him. We're going to get to see his break in a moment.
There it is. Took him a couple of years to make the V10 formula. Ignite your performance with V10. When this hit the market, it took off. A lot of people using the V10 formula. That color right there, the gray and the green, it's the same color as my boat, and I really like it.
Yeah, props to our graphic design team.
Yeah, they do it all. Commentary, artwork, you name it.
Floor manage.
Yeah, floor management.
MC.
MCs. Okay. I'll tell you what, he breaks the ball is good too. A little thin there, right? But breaks the ball is good. Jack Circa, our table mechanic, in the building. He's done a mighty fine job.
Interesting shot coming up here. The red 3 does not go past the pink, so he's got to try and play to get over. So it goes in this hole.
Yeah, you see him keep kind of like, I don't know what you would call that, shaking his stroke arm out, trying to get the tension out of the hand. I didn't mind how I played this ball just to get it down the blue 2, so I felt like it was okay. It was a pretty mature decision just to bury the 2. If you don't feel good trying to rip the cue ball back, that's okay. It's not the end of the world, but now you got to figure it out. The good news for him is there's no shot clock yet. Yeah, what's he doing here? Is he just cinching this? Kind of was just cinching it. Caught it a little thick. He'd like to maybe cut a bit more of the 4-2, but he caught it as thick as he could, so I don't know if he could get to the 4 any thicker.
I've spotted a shot. It's an exhibition shot. You play the treble, pocket speed, you run the cue ball through, you get the hook behind the 8 and the 5. Or you do that.
Take the pot, we'll look from the overhead to see if he can get to the right long rail. If he can't, then that is prison.
He's got course in Alcatraz.
Yeah, and it's been shut down for over a decade.
That kind of looks like his only path through.
Yeah, can he jump the edge of the 5 here, maybe? I mean, he is in, well, as Carl said, he's in Alcatraz. But I said Alcatraz has been shut down for a long time, so maybe a different penitentiary, but he's in one of them. Just not sure if he can get out anytime soon.
Well, if he gets out of this, he might be starting in Prison Break.
Yeah, he might be. I feel like he's got to jump an edge of this. We're building this up. Maybe he's got the whole side rail to begin with.
Yeah, we really built that up.
Yeah, that's a little overdone. We'll settle down. Too much coffee, not enough sleep. We apologize.
Freezes off for his little break. He'll be back soon. Tricky, this doesn't go in the corner, does it? It's hard. It does go in the corner. Wow. Just seems to be taking a while. I'm wondering if he's got some sort of back door breakout on the 9 and the 6 planned. He did. He wants to come out. That's pretty good, you know. You have to judge cue ball going into the 8. That can't be avoided. Pot in the purple. Got to pot his ball. That does happen when you're worrying about the cue ball running into another ball. It's a big mistake.
Did you see the email? New director starts today.
Young, apparently.
How young?
Very.
Great. Another one who'll reorganize everything and leave in 18 months.
I'm planning to stay longer than that. I've spent the last 2 weeks reviewing output. Every report, every process, every workflow. I have one question. How long does your monthly client analysis take?
We have a thorough process. Research, validation, formatting, about 4 days.
4 days.
The clients are happy.
I spoke to 3 of them yesterday. They're patient. Different thing. You, how long would it take you?
Honestly, 3 hours, maybe less.
That's not realistic for the full scope. Show me tomorrow morning. Same brief. I'll be watching both.
Automated, flags errors in real time.
Data validation. 3 client versions.
Executive, detailed, visual, ready to send.
2 hours, 40 minutes.
I could do it faster with better source data.
James, you've been here how long?
16 years.
Helen? 11. I'm not going to pretend this isn't difficult. You have 1 month. Find something else. I'm sorry.
Maya!
The clients need speed and results, not just relationships. I am sorry, but this is where we are.
11 years.
16.
I know this isn't the right moment, but can I show you something?
Not now.
Coursive, AI certificate program. 28 days, 15 minutes a day. This is how I built that report. It's not one tool, it's knowing which tool does what for which task. You have 16 years of knowing this business. I don't. You could do what I did in a fraction of the time.
28 days.
You have a month. It's enough.
What are you going to do?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
16 years.
Are worth something. Add the tools, and they're worth everything.
Come to bed.
Give me an hour.
You know, Harrison was not guaranteed to get on his next ball. You've got to make sure you pop the ball you're going for. Maybe 6-2 down. We know how good Fedor breaks. It's a real shame that could have been 5-3. Instead, 6 racks to 2. Yeah, you'll notice the blue 2 ball. One of the rules is it's got to go on one of the wings, either side or at the back. Dead. 6 racks to 2.
I think I just heard one of the players ask if they can take a break. My ears are the only thing left on my body that works.
Yeah, I think you're right. A little short timeout here. 6-2 to Gorst.
We'll be right back.
For years, champions have trusted Tom. Now the evolution
One
continues.
of the rules is it's got to go on one of the wings, either side or at the back. Dead. 6 racks to 2.
Designed for those who demand excellence.
I think I just heard one of the players.
By request of players and fans around the world, Tom brings you the new V10 Blue Chalk.
Timeout. 1.8 take. Here we go. Fedor back to break. Lead 6-2. Well, you can see how close that 1 ball was to going. We'll get another look at that in a second. But it's going to be a dry break for the Ghost. Just watch this yellow 1 ball. How many times did it hit the point? Well, 2. Just come away. But kind of shows you how difficult it can be to pop that 1 in the side. Well, he went for the pot. That was nice. That went pretty easy. Still a bit of work to do here for the young man. Yeah, you can get there, but can you get on the pink 4 ball? That is nasty. Yeah, getting on this red 3, he's okay, but he has got work to do. He may even try and play something else. He's not got it. Right, I hope doesn't get on big 4. Can he squeeze it through the gap? I don't know.
Yeah, it looks pretty tight, right? Maybe we can get a look from above, see what type of space. Yeah, there's no chance. He's going to catch the green. Can he power draw through this? Just kind of get anywhere out of that group of balls there. Wow, he missed the green. That's great. And that was by design. Flush into the 8 with a low ball.
Yeah, that was smart.
You know, sometimes, Carl, I know you know this, with a low ball, for some reason, you can kind of tweak by that ball. It'll bend a little bit first and go into the 8 the way it did there.
May go twice across. Okay, decide to drop it in. Leave yourself a longish 5. That's totally fine. I like it.
Yeah, you remember when you were 18? Yeah, I don't think you ever worried about this shot. I know I didn't. A little different on the stage, though. It's just a little different. Pocket gets smaller. Not for Harrison.
That was smooth. I like that. Just smoothed it in.
I'm going to say it. I am going to say it because I watched him for the last event. I think for our young players, he's the most talented. There's really, in my eyes, not much of a question in that. Very mature for 18 years young for an American player. I'm excited, so excited to see this. We don't expect him to win this match, but it's how you handle it in this stage. Trailing is actually where you really show up, right? Anybody can get a small lead, but where you really show up is when the heat starts to get on you. And the heat's always on you on this stage.
Yeah, he's got a good look about himself as well. He sort of ticks all the boxes. I'm not saying it's a modelling shoot, but it helps.
Clean.
Yeah, listen, Fedor's played a real strong set here. Harrison leaning. There's not much to go at, but he's still won 3 racks.
I don't know if anybody racks the balls quicker than Fedor Gorst. It takes me about 3.5 minutes to get the first 3 balls up there. These guys are so used to it. They're very good at it. Very efficient in everything they do. Fedor, I think, is the most efficient as well. When a shot clock's involved, his game is wrapped around a shot clock. He knows where he's at within every second of that 30 seconds. Harrison, he'll learn over time.
Another one didn't go in, but the cue ball seemed to be hit pretty good. No real love, though, is off the break. He's got thinking to do here.
Yeah, a lot of thinking to do because the man that he's facing is one of the best at that. The push to the jump is probably what you want to do. I would consider just tapping the cue ball. I know Gorst is the best, but still, you've got to figure something out. You could go to potentially the upper left corner here, but you're going to leave the cross side on with potentially a 2-way play there. I don't know that that's right. I think he's going to push out the jump shot.
I don't like it.
Well, what are you going to do? Where are you going? Maybe to the left?
No.
Like where the 3 is?
I'd just push it on the rail in between the gap.
In between the gap?
Yeah, let him see the long pot.
Really?
Yeah, just because, listen, okay, yeah, it's still a tough pot. And if you pot it, you're running a little bit away from the 2 ball.
No, I get it. And this is still tough as well.
I wasn't very good with the short stick, so I would stay away from this. Maybe he's the new Fedor with his cue. We're about to find out.
Yeah, a little bit of gamesmanship, instantly giving this back. And we know about the overcut. When the back arm is straight up and down, it tends to want to go out to the side, means the front of the cue swipes the cue ball, and this is how they often miss it thin.
How many times are you going to knock that jump shot in out of 10?
I think Fedor knocks it in 30%, maybe 25.
Well, that means Harrison is way down there.
Absolutely.
So he's pushed out into a long jump.
But I think he pushed out thinking Fedor was going to take it. That's what I think.
Yeah, well, Fedor is not stupid.
Exactly. And that's kind of what you got to have in mind, right? But I think you also want the push out back. That's part of the goal, right? So where else does he go? I mean, leaving him straight in, you were probably right. Maybe leaving him straight in with that angle where the cue ball was going up to the left side of the table. That's probably the move. I think there was other options. There was a lot of other options as well. You could have laid him on the left long rail just below the 3 because position on the 2 would have been tough. All types of options. Well, that pocket seems to accept a little bit more. The speed was great.
I wasn't convinced with Harrison's fundamentals with the short stick. He was like sort of over here, and even when he jumped it was all just a bit skew whiff and didn't even threaten the pocket.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that. I just haven't seen it enough of him. But he did what most players traditionally do when they make a mistake with the jump cue, and that's catch it thin. Another reason Gorse is so good with the jump cue. He's tall, he's lanky, he's aware of the back arm staying straight up and down upon delivery.
It's going to cost him anyway, that rollout. Wasn't the jump shot, it was the push out.
Yeah, this is where you gain all that experience, though, right? He'll revisit that push out. Promise you, he's that good, Harrison.
And so it's Fedor Gorst, rightly so, handed it back to a 4-rank lead. A couple of big matches to come up this evening. Of course, following this match, we have an all-American battle. Johnny Archer, player of the decade in the 90s, a player who's won so much in the sport. 57 years of age now. He's going to be going up against 42-year-old SVB. It's going to be intriguing.
That is right, 42 years old, which I knew that. At some point, one of my colleagues said 43, and I started to fall for it. I knew it was 42. I've been saying it at Florida Open. But Johnny Archer is going for Team USA this year. He's trying to make the team. And if you're going to make the team, you better beat the guy you're about to play.
And then we're going to finish up with Carlo Biardo, the current World 9-ball champion, against Justin Bergman. Good to see Bergman back.
At the far edge of the break box. Kaboom. The cue ball was probably headed towards the left side. We see it all the time off the top of the 9. Saved the day, a couple of flicks. Here we go with the rollout position again.
Yeah, where's Fedor rolling the cue ball to? Is he just going to go towards that middle pocket, leave the left edge?
I think that's a little easy. I understand it. I was actually thinking he might consider rolling out to a kick, but that's what he's going to do. I guess he's testing his man again, but boy, that's real thin. That is really thin. I think he might get this one back. It's so thin, Carl, that I think you'll catch a piece of 9 coming out.
Well, Harrison's got to be careful. He's probably showing Fedor the utmost respect, thinking Fedor's going to nail this shot, so I've got to take it. That's probably what he's thinking. Let's go.
Well, you could get more of it than it looked. Very well done, and great touch there by the young man. It's close to where you can see the right edge of the 2. But if you can't, the 3 kind of hampers that left side coming behind the 2. Table bites really well, though. You see where he's looking on that right side of the table where he wants the 2 to hit. He'd like the stick and use maybe the 3. I don't think he gets into it enough to where he's using the 8. I don't think he chances that. Just working with distance. Not the end of the world. Got to come with one, young man.
Yeah, 7-3 down here. You just feel he's going to slam this one in. Hopefully get a look at the red 3.
I believe it plays past the 9. Pretty certain.
Okay, Scott, this is the big shot. It's arguably the biggest shot of this match, just with the scoreline.
Yeah, I guess I don't know how he hit that, too. I felt like a little easy, right? The cue ball going to go through the 5 a lot differently when you're hitting it that easy. Or is if you pound it a bit, it's going to go flat or straight towards the middle diamond and back out. And you can ensure making the 2 a little bit better that way.
He's looking at the pot, isn't he? Yeah, it went. Okay, deceived again. It's one of his trademark setups where he really looks down the potting angle of the ball. Okay, bit of distance, quite straight. He's got to draw this one back. Oh, is it that nice? That's very good. Plum as well on the green, 6.
Plum it is. Yeah, just conscious of the 9 all-ball fouls here.
Yeah, this is going to be on the hill, this.
Find your stay with a Goda. Fly away with a Goda. Have fun every day with a Goda. Travel your way with a Goda.
See the world for less. Book now.
This is why we bigged up that long 5 ball. If he knocks it in and he can run out, 7-4, you're still there. Had to keep your opponent off the hill. He's not going to.
Yeah, the 5 ball going to haunt him. That's what it's all about, though. 18 years young. Harrison will learn from this. He has the talent. There's no question. I'm a big fan of him. I'm going to get to know him better.
Another player to put in your favourite category.
Yeah, he might be at the top of the list in the young department here in America. I think he is for me. We've got some great ones, Hayden Ernst. There's so many young, talented players in America. Rahana doing very well with that tour. It's grown a lot of them. The U.S. Open, Sports City, USA, in Frisco, Texas is where we're headed. August 25th through the 30th, Embassy Suites. Frisco, Texas. Will Shane Van Boening get number 6? Will Earl Strickland get number 6? It's a tall order for both of them, but I think Shane's got a little better opportunity. He's playing unbelievable. Won the Florida Open. Almost won the Arizona Open. What do you think?
Will Jeremy Jones get number 2?
It's very possible. One big break away from advancing. Dinner then it looks to the right side. Yeah, and there's a look there, and he's just going to avoid it and cinch him up. He's not very friendly, leading 8-3 versus the young man, but much like Shane Van Boening, Federer plays the numbers. He's going to do what he has to do to win. They aren't going to take it easy on you. It's not going to happen.
Well, he's got to hit this, otherwise it won't be his last shot.
Once again, pretty firm. You've got to hit it easier, allow that cue ball to lengthen out off that first rail. To be fair, he had him wedged up pretty good, but I thought he could come one rail to the bottom rail and it'd be a much bigger ball and maybe get a little luckier. Notice Gore's pace. I was going to touch on this. The very first rack, you notice his pace around the table. He's always trying to stay within, I don't want to use mile per hour because that's not it, but within a certain range, though. He tries to stay very consistent with the pace. Everything repetitive. The best fundamentals in the game as far as a working player. He is a working player, meaning he has to play a lot of pool in order to be at the top of his game. Don't get me wrong, he needs his breaks as well, or his little time off. I think what he did with the APA is his little time off. He did a bunch of exhibitions and good stuff with them. But back to work.
Yeah, don't be scared to, miss a few tournaments if it suits you. It's all down to you, really.
He's going to come with a low outside ball again. You can always tell when he's aiming towards the inside of the ball that he's going to go to the other side. Nice and tight position. He felt like he overhit it for a moment. I think the only reason he overhit that there is he just wanted to get past the 9 on the left side. Might have let up just a bit with the low ball.
Well, looks like it's the end for Hank the Tank. He's going to go over to the left side of the draw, try and battle his way through. 128 player field, double elimination until we get to the final 32. Nate will be single all the way through. Clinical from the former world number 1. A young man who, well, he's done it all on the pool table. 9-3 over Harrison Lehman. Federer moves on. In about 10 minutes' time, we'll be back with SVP.
Yeah, you heard it. Our boys says it best. Here we go. Bergman versus Beato. I am your host alongside Carl Boyes, who's on his way back. He's got to catch his breath. This is the lag. This is the winner side. This is a race to 9. We are at Metro Sports Bar and Grill here in Phoenix, Arizona. This is the World 9-Ball Tour ranking event called the Phoenix Open. $20,000 up top. Railbirds TV on YouTube. Do us a favor. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. We greatly appreciate it. It looks like Bergman won the lag, Carl. I think if he can redeem himself, he's had a couple of rough events. Not real rough. He put himself in positions to win. But in this setting, right now, against this guy, it's the best opportunity for him to show what he's made of.
Yeah, we're so used to it being SVB. Stan, one of the other players from America stepped up. Will it be Bergman? He's going to get his first game underway, and it looks like it's going to be dry.
Yeah, it's not the way you want to start, is it? Never want to start dry, but it happens. Another look, and there's a cluster down here on the lower left end between the 4 and 7. Not a bad layout. I mean, the cue ball didn't tell me that he mishit him. Just happens. Is he sending this back up table, or is he trying to cut at this? I think he's sending it up table, or just... Well, that's in there. I didn't predict that one. Pretty close to perfect, but a little overrun.
Yeah, very difficult shot. He was tempting that in rack 1.
Yeah, maybe trying to hit it a bit thicker and just get him up on the rail. I don't know for sure. Obviously trying to use the 2 as well. Still so much work to do here. I don't even know where to begin. 4 and 7 a mess. The 3. Yeah, I knew he was going to catch a piece of it, which hurts him. You'd like the 3 out a little bit more if you're going to try and do something with 4, but...
Well, the pool fans who have been here all day and into the early evening, they deserve a close match.
My boss keeps asking how we ship so consistently without status update meetings. Here's how we go from product roadmap to release without losing engineering alignment. We plan everything in one space: roadmaps, backlogs, and sprint work, so everyone knows what we're building and why. When it's time to execute, tasks move straight into sprints with clear ownership.
We know this rack is going to be all about the pink 4. It's tied up on the round 7 ball. Trying to use the round 7 and the 8, bouncing down. Did he get the cover? I think he did. He did get the cover. Very good shot there.
Yeah, one of the best parts of Berglund's game. Defensive side, so expect him to do that well all the time. He's missed occasional big ball or 2 in the last few weeks, but he can redeem himself. Elevated here, though, is Beato. Boy, that's close. Did he catch it first?
I want to say he did, to be honest.
Well, we're going to get another look. No, he didn't. Yes, that was a good call. Look, I was actually going to say he did as well.
Wow.
So we got that great replay from Railbirds TV.
Yeah, Big Kev coming with the goods right on cue.
Yeah, pretty natural to just go to the right side pocket on the purple, but he could go up to the upper right corner. Don't believe he'll try to get above it. I'm a little surprised he tried to get above that. That tells me maybe not real confident to the upper right corner. Now he's got real work to do with ball in hand.
Yeah, I mean, he could have, if he was going to go that route, he could have just hit it a bit harder and used the 7 ball. I'm not saying mega hard.
He's going to miss the 8 here, back and forth now.
Well recovered, I suppose. He's got to look at the green 6 here.
Yeah, I just don't feel like he played any of this right. I thought he could go to the right side for the purple 5, and if he overran it a little bit, he's got a back door to the upper right corner, both natural to the green 6. This work gets heavy on you over time.
Kind of feel like this table sets up well for Justin. He likes to poke that cue ball around the bays.
That was pretty cute. He actually put a check on that and went forward, so that tells me he is pretty confident. Straight shooter, this young man. Out of St. Louis, Missouri, in my opinion. And I think a lot of opinions. He's been the second best player in America for many years as far as all around. I know that's debatable in the rotation department. I'm not going to go there. But all around, I truly believe that. Good to see him back. I mean, he's just had a couple of little missteps, but they were at the worst time. Or he's really starting back at the PLP, the Vice City Classic, at Classic Billiards, there in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He was on the bubble. Atencio and him playing on different tables at the same time, and they almost tied. You just can't tie Berglund out by a point. And guess what? Jesus Atencio was the one that beat him at Florida Open when Justin hung the 6 in the lower right corner, hill. It was painful for Berglund.
Here's another repeat of the break. The ball has gone in, so that's good news. Bad news is it's not the ball he's trying to pop. He's trying to pop the yellow one. This time, he's on the yellow one. This is not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. The 6 can lead you to opening the 7 up. Doesn't want to overrun this. He'd like to get right out in the middle here for the 3. Can go to the right side of the table, too. You just don't really want to introduce the 8 and the 6 with the right ball. These guys do everything they can to avoid contact with unintended receivers. That would be the 8 and the 6. Yeah, well, he's fine. Yeah, I like what he did there, but I think he's overhit it just a little. He still got that angle, but got into it quite a bit there. Don't know if you can get to the 7 from the low side of the table. Maybe if we get a look from up top. No, you can't. I don't believe anyway. Is he looking to come down into the 9 here from the backside with either a punch stroke or kind of floating it with that high outside ball? Don't know. I think he's got to punch this a little bit in order to get there. Yeah, I always hit it real good. Just don't make the 7.
What a shame that was. You're going to have to fire at the bank shot now. He can play safe, don't get me wrong. He can chip the 8 up top rail and spin it around and probably get behind the 9. So, a couple of options here.
Yeah. Yeah, there's another look. I mean, you hit it about as good as you could. He's along with that. Didn't mind the decision of going at it. I'm not going to fault him there at all. Yeah, he hit that just perfect to make the 7. A little cold-blooded there, but Carlo Biagio. I'll tell you what, I've seen him make this ball over and over. This is a nightmare for a lot of pool players. It's almost what we would call a blind ball. Cue ball just a bit off the rail. That helps. Oh, my word. Did you see that?
That turned over big time.
It should be in another county by now. Listen, Jeremy Jones talks about the stroke is what caused it. I know he would agree with me here. That could have been a stroke. He was clean with a level cue and a high ball. Obviously, dirt. Jeremy will say the same thing. Dirt or chalk on the ball. That can cause it as well. That was gross.
Absolutely one of the worst ones I've ever seen.
Same.
Birdman won't care. He's won the opening too.
Yeah, and this is why you need the V10. I wonder if he's using it. Ignite your performance with V10. TownBilliards.com. You can get your products there. They've got the cue gloves, the Max Racks, jerseys, anything you like, but the V10 is Clarity.
At the start, you get to pick a shelter freely. Once chosen, there is no going back. It will be your only home on this alien world. So be sure to pick the one that feels most comforting to you. In the days ahead, you will wander far and wide, gather lumber and spare parts, fortify this little nest bit by bit, upgrade it step by step, and even fit it with power systems. Whether it is a treehouse deep in the forest or a space station drifting through the cosmos, it can carry you across the stars to explore new sights. Meet fascinating companions.
What's needed? Look at that car.
Yeah, as soon as you hit it, just dive straight into the rail.
It's literally like a 3-foot skid. We have not seen any skids all week. We talked about that. That was crazy. He's hitting the break shot well. Well, I don't know if he's completely covered up here. Is he looking at the rollout? I believe he is. Maybe. Yeah, I believe. What do you think, Carl?
Yeah, he's going to roll out. He's going to try and tie the green up.
Consider maybe doing some of the 9. It's okay. Could achieve the same thing, just knocking the 9 up a little bit. Maybe. 6 and 7 were there. So. Bergman also way upstairs with the knowledge in the push department. Very, very good thinker. Plays all games well. 8 ball, 1 pocket, straight pull. He plays them all very well. It's another one of those touchy side rail to side rail defensive plays. I mean, here's another cross side, Carl. He wasn't too good on the first one.
Yeah, very easy to do what Biagio was done. You're just so used to getting in the hook, but that was a way off. There's no better way than punishing your opponent than slamming this bank in and clearing the table.
I don't really understand. He's been long twice now. He's let up on the speed kind of on that one. But I figured he might have made the adjustment after the 8 went long with the high ball. Got away with it, really. Pink 4 covering the makeup on blue, too. Yeah, let's get a look here. Just don't really like much of anything. I think that's his issue here. Is he going to the lower right corner? Is there a gap there?
I think there is a gap, you know. Oh, that was not played. We'll take it. Is he going to play for the combo? Purple 5 to green 6.
Yeah, I don't. Obviously, it's choice, right? Carl, he could come around 3 rails left side of the table from the purple. But that's kind of why I was thinking maybe move the 9. Not that it's going to make a big difference. Just a few extra balls. He's going to take the short side of the green 6.
Yeah, don't mind this. Got to get the pace right here. We know this table's lively. Very, very well done.
Yeah, it's going to be the right side of the table here. Maybe a bit of let up due to the stretch, but just fine. Finished a lot better than I thought. You utilized the table there, Carl, and how it's playing.
Yeah, flinging the cue ball round a few times in that rack. He'll be delighted to get his first rack on the board.
Yeah, Simonis Cloth, sponsor of this event. Tell you what, they've been around, I think, 108 years, 1680, 108 years since they've been actually E1 Simonis, the best product on the planet. There is no other. All right, Carl, they've both been short with the 1, I believe 100% of the time.
It's amazing how many times the 9 ball's just flying low. Watch it come out the rack here. That's not a tight rack. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The 9 should just trickle down 2-3 inches. It never comes out of the rack spot if they're all glued up. Probably going to be the pink 4 here. Pretty good.
Yeah, very good. How much of the top rail can Bergman see? Not a great deal.
No, what Carl's saying is if you can't get to the top rail, this hit becomes like 85% difficult. But he can. Didn't look like it on the overhead, though.
Yeah, that's got me fooled. Big time. This is good. 8 ball might save the day as well.
Yeah, I think he's got him by a hair. We could be fooled, or I could be fooled again, but it looks pretty thin. Yeah, I think you can see enough to chip it to the bottom rail. He's got a max inside ball here. Can he make this? He was trying to go at it.
Yeah, that was definitely an attempt, wasn't it, Scott? Without doubt. He was playing with the left because it was tight. He's trying to turn the ball over.
Yeah, I think he took a look at the left corner, actually. If he could miss the 7, there's backdoor protection there. I don't think he'll shoot it, but it was an option.
He's going behind the 6, I think. Yeah, try and get the 1 there. Just missed the 9 ball with the cue ball off the short rail. He's ducking behind.
That'll work, right?
Believe so.
There's a gap, isn't there?
Oh, freeze.
Yeah, that was a great view. Unfortunately, Carlo cut that view off, but he's close.
But yeah, it looked like there was something going on there.
For sure. Yeah, he can get through. We just don't know if he can get directly at the 1. I think he can with a little twisty turny. Yeah, he might have to just swerve a little bit. Hard to tell.
I mean, Bergman's been a little bit cursed there, to be fair, to find that little gap. Come on. But you know what, Scott? It's weird how that happens for certain players. Players like Bergman, who's just trying to get back into these big table tournaments, and, you know, he would love to snap one off, but it's just so difficult. But, you know, SVB, I mean, these players that win these events, things just seem to happen for them, and not for us. It's almost like Bergman's going to literally go out there and earn it.
You're so right. And you're just all over it there, and it's true. I feel like I've said it for my whole career. The balls know who's winning. And it just continues to seem that way. A lot of people say, well, it all equals out. Listen, I've watched it. I've called it. I've been around it my whole life. Carl has as well. It really is what you just said oftentimes. It just seems like the energy is a little bit different if you're not winning. And if you're trying to get back like Bergman is, which is, you know, let's be honest, he's got a lot of pressure on him. He knows he's kind of on the chopping block right now. Now, if it were me, Carl, Bergman's automatic on my team. But maybe he's struggling a little bit more than we know.
Yeah, he doesn't just want to get a backdoor pass. Of course he'd take that into the team, but he wants to prove it on the table and, you know, earn his way in.
I feel like he's playing really good as well. It just hasn't been his time yet. He hasn't had that breakthrough. And, you know, the problem is that we only have so many events until the Mosconi Cup. And it's so hard to win as it is. Not win the tournament, just win a match. I mean, he's playing giant after giant. Literally. Okay, where is it? Boy, how's the speed?
Yeah, wonderful position shot to get on that 9 ball. We are locked at 2 apiece. It's been a great day, day 2. So many big names on our feature table. And these are the results so far. We want the tight finish. This is the last match of the evening. Let's hopefully get a hill-hill thriller between Bergman and Biardo.
Watch out, Snow. He has avoided it. Upper left is available. Here's another look. Thought it was headed to the drink. Okay, it was close. I believe the upper left is available. Yeah, it's tight, but I believe it's there. But the 2 is near the 1. You got to get the speed to get the 1 to the pocket. Cue ball going to track away. What do you think, boys?
What do I think? Boys.
That's your last name.
Thanks for reminding me. It's been a long day.
He's just going to play simple.
Yeah, listen, Bergman's going to hit this. We know that. But what's he going to leave? He can go either way as well. He'll sneak past the red for 2 rails, or he can come this side. Is there anything to decide which is the best side to go?
I think he would like to go from the left side to the left long rail, just because the 1's in front of the 2, meaning to our left of the 2. You might catch a little bit more of the 2 if you go to make it or whatever he's thinking. And it's a little closer.
2 rails is a bit funny here, though. Yeah. How do you get lucky? I think I'd go off the right 1 rail.
And smash?
Yeah.
Yeah, just scramble just a bit and gamble just a bit.
Well, if you hit it full and it doesn't go in, does it catch some sort of jaw move away or something? Well, he's going this way and he's going off 2 rails.
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with where the 2 is.
Must be nice.
You say it a lot. Fortune favors the brave, but what else did he have other than to go with that at the upper right?
Well, we're talking about the goat when it comes to these situations here. Okay. Going off the 1 rail. What's he spotted? Well, he's trying to make it. What an effort.
The best in the world for me at kick shot. Carlo Biano. Yeah, no picnic this.